Okay, now that you know that slopes of perpendicular lines are negative reciprocals, now we have enough information to figure out the equation of a perpendicular bisector. So see, I've got a segment here called AB, and I want to actually find the equation of and graph the perpendicular bisector. Remember, if it's perpendicular, then it meets at a 90-degree angle. So the first thing I'm going to do is figure out the slope of segment AB. It looks like it goes down 4 and over 6. The slope is down 4 and over 6, negative 4/6. I'm going to reduce that. That's negative 2/3. That's the slope of the given segment. So now, since I want to find a perpendicular slope, I need the negative reciprocal of negative 2/3. So 1 over m, negative 1 over m means this negative 2/3 becomes positive, and 2/3 becomes 3/2. So positive 3/2 is the slope of the perpendicular line. Also, though, it needs to be a bisector, which means it needs to go through the midpoint. You can tell where it is. It's right here. But remember, the midpoint formula says I can actually find that by doing the sum of the two x's divided by 2 and the sum of the two y's divided by 2. And so 7 plus 1 divided by 2, it's 8 divided by 2 is 4. And 5 plus 1 divided by 2 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So now I know the midpoint is at 4, 3, right here, 4, 3. And it has a slope of 3/2. So well, guess what? We have this thing called point slope form. Remember, m times x minus x1 plus y1. So our m is positive 3/2, which is the negative reciprocal of negative 2/3, times x minus 4 plus 3. And then I can start there and go up 3 and over 2. I can go down 3 and back 2. And look what I get. I get a perpendicular bisector. If I had a compass, I could check it by making a football, but it makes a 90-degree angle and it goes through the midpoint. So now take this information and see if you can graph those three lines on the assignment and do the exit ticket.